Alright, what's going on? It's Bobby Skinner with another film breakdown. Today we're doing Georgia inside off-ball linebacker Monty Rice. And I'm falling in love with these Georgia linebackers. Georgia, you guys should be very thankful for Glenn Schumann. I think he's a great linebacker coach. Now, obviously, you see this as a Talking Giants. This is mostly a Giants channel, even though these draft videos are for every fan base. We got Tay Crowder, a Georgia linebacker, as Mr. Irrelevant. And I just thought, we saw him play well, but it was even before this. Like, how did this guy fall to this pick? There was people we picked before. It's like, how did we pick these people before we picked Tay Crowder? Monty Rice is very underrated. Now, he's not Mr. Irrelevant low on boards, but he's lower on boards than I think he should be. This guy plays fast. He's another Georgia linebacker who plays fast and with really good instincts. You're going to see it. You're going to see him deconstruct blocks. Play good in coverage, even though if you look at coverage numbers, they're not good. But that's why I'm going to show why those coverage numbers can be a little misleading. He can blitz. Like, he's not going to, break down offensive linemen, but he's good timer, fast, quick, and gets there, man. So I really like this guy, man. I think he's really underrated. So we're going to go through his run defense, his pass defense, and then his blitzing and the way he's able to close in on the ball. I'll try and not make it too long. First, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Subscribe now. If you don't like the video at the end, then you can unsubscribe. Good stuff. All right. Monty Rice. Let's go through it. Like I said, we're going to go through the run defense first. He's number 32, by the way. Okay, so let's walk through what he did here. First, this is his gap. This is his gap that he's supposed to cover right here. This player has here, this player has here. So he's supposed to play this gap. But it's closed. And this tackle pulls. So he's reading the guard, and then he realizes the tackle pulls. So he reacts a little slow to that. But where he excels, man, is realizing, okay, like, me playing this gap right now does nothing. There's no cutback lane. He's not going to come. The running back's not going to come through there. So he uses his hands, deconstructs this block. Again, shedding a block. He's not very big, but he's thick. He's 6 foot 240, thick. Sheds this block, and now go. Now go. You got yourself a gap there. Don't play it over the top. Play underneath. Bam, and now you get yourself a run stop. And I understand a lot of other Georgia players come in on this. But that is beautiful linebacker play right there. It's beautiful linebacker play. Got him lined up here on this one. Again, he takes some risky angles. So, like, he stays square and he doesn't get caught up in the offensive line. He doesn't get washed up. He figures out how to get through it. So again, he's right here. A lot of linebackers are coming over the top, and they're getting the safe play, and maybe they'll get a tackle right here. Just the way he's able to stay clean through this. You got these two offensive linemen, and he's able to get through here. Bam, and now time for the burst. So, sometimes you got linebackers who are able to get through this, but then they can't close in. He's able to close in and make that tackle. Next play, got him lined up over the nose guard. So he's supposed to play this gap right here. Again, jumping gaps. He's supposed to be playing in the middle. This player plays right here. He's supposed to be playing right here. That gap's closed. And the running back is not coming through here. And so number 7 for Georgia gets blocked. Now you could call a holding on it, but he gets blocked. So Rice is playing this gap, and 7's supposed to play outside. But he saves number 7 by scraping across, not having to turn his hips and leave himself vulnerable, and makes the tackle. Now you say, oh, well, the other guy helped him. If he plays this gap right here like he's supposed to, then this running back is cutting it up right here. But because Rice is here, he can't cut up like that, so he's forced to play outside more. And it's like little stuff like that you don't realize in how team football works. And I love the way Georgia coaches their defense. I do think they have one of the best defense. Kirby Smart, they know what they're doing there. Here, we got him lined up here. Just flows. deconstructing a block. Now, he doesn't make the tackle on this one, but again, team football. Flowing. They're trying to double to here. Splits these two. To where 61's supposed to shed off, and this lineman doesn't. They both end up not getting either one of them. He's able to shed 76, and now you're forcing him out here. Because guess what happens if this gets blocked correctly? You're probably sealing these guys off right here, and you could cut it up right here. Or come on the other side of 61. Nope, tackle. I would like him to be a little more aggressive here in this goal line situation. Like you see, he sheds this block. Gets low, uses his hands, sheds it. But it's kind of too late. I think at this point, and I get you have to, pay attention for play action and not have, number 8 run a slant over your head. But you see, Pitts, come, as this backside wham block, you got this gap. Come and fill it quick. Don't wait for that block to come to you. This was like the one play in the game in the run defense where I was kind of like frustrated a little bit with him. Anyways, got him lined up here against Tennessee. Not the craziest play, but a very good play. Ojulari's jumping inside this gap. He's got the backside C gap right here. Play up. Don't get it too tight so there's for the running back to be able to bounce it on you. Ojulari gets off his block. Nice tackle. Got him lined up here on this one. And this is where I talk about what I love what Georgia does. Now, let me just play this play. This play doesn't look like anything special. And this is more scheme than it really is Rice, but I like it. Because originally you would think, okay, he's either going to play this gap or this gap, whichever one this one doesn't. So he plays this gap, he plays this gap. 95 jumps into here. And so you would think 17 plays this side, and then you'll have Rice fill in here. 17 hits inside, which I think is on purpose, because everyone's kind of jumping gaps. And you see how quickly he comes over. But again, saving the play. I don't know if he was saving number 17 or that was design play, but nonetheless, he does make the tackle, even though that one's a 5-yard gain, so you're not writing home about that one. Again, nothing special here, just good linebacker play. That tight end whams. Now let's close in. Make a tackle. 2-yard gain. That's a win in the run game. That's a win in the run game. Got him lined up here on this one. Okay, so we talked about that goal line one. Here's a short yardage play. They're trying to get a couple yards to convert. This is what I like. And this is who he is. Instincts. Quick and go. He's got the fullback. Bam. Come up and pop that fullback. Ends up folding him over the pile. But again, is he going to make the tackle on this play? No. Bam. But he's going to stop this fullback right in the hole, which means this running back can't follow behind him. So he's got to slide off to the right. Now this linebacker's here. So just good team football. And again, you don't remember that as a Monty Rice play, but it's a Monty Rice play. Got him lined up here. Just good job shedding the block while not, moving off his spot, really. Like you're starting right here, shed it, bam. Now, the other Georgia players are making the play already. But good. Keeps his shoulders square for the most part. Got him lined up back here on this one. Good flow. Again, he's not making the play on this one. It just shows his ability to be able to shed a block. Use his hands. A lot of guys just kind of run in and they run through, and if they don't beat them by speed originally, they lose. Uses his hands, rips through, but the play's already made. So that's the run defense. Like I said, he's only 6 foot, so that's going to be his one gripe. But I don't know. I think he's a good player. He flows well. I think he stays square. He deconstructs blocks. I mean, I think he's a really good run defender. So now we'll go through some of the coverage stuff. Got him lined up here. We'll go through some zone first. I always look for instincts and guys who don't just. A lot of guys will just. they'll just sit right here. They'll kind of play like this linebacker does. Not horrible. But again, so we got him right here. Plays up on the play action. Realizes play action. Turns his head. Turns his hips and looks. What do I have? What do I have? Do I have a player coming across, looking over here? Do I have, do I have a crosser right here? Do I have a post behind me? Turns his head again. I got the running back. Close in. Close in. And if he's sitting here stuck in his zone and this QB rolls out, well, maybe that running back gets the ball and it turns into a big play. I mean, this is beautiful coverage. Again, taking his steps with the run game and the play action. Realizes play action pretty quickly. Turns his head. Finds the receiver. He's in zone. Find the receiver. Don't just sit here in your zone and let the ball get thrown over you or next to you. Finds which receiver he's getting to. All right, you're curling. I'm turning around. I'm sitting underneath. And I feel you. You're moving to the right. All right, I'm going with you. Like, that's really good cover skills. I love that stuff. Now here. You're going to see him right here. And you're going to see, watch this play. I'm just going to watch. I'm like, oh my gosh. Look at this touchdown he gave up. This touchdown's not on him. It just looks like it's him because he plays it with instincts. This is cover 3 by Georgia. And number 3, Campbell. He gets stuck following the post. When this safety is supposed to be over here. Or maybe this safety was, supposed to play over the top. But this isn't him. This is just him playing with instincts. And seeing, like, oh my God, there's nobody covering this deep thirds right here. So again, that's why I really don't trust those linebacker coverage snaps, the stats where it's like, targets against, because one, you keep a guy to a 2-yard gain, that counts as a completion against you, which a lot of times will be with the running back leaking out. And that, like, I guarantee you they counted that as him because he's the closest defender, but that wasn't his fault. Got him right here. Good instincts. He's in man coverage. His outside linebacker helps him out a lot by hitting this running back. But then, so he plays out here, reads Trask's eyes, sees this ball's coming back in, jumps back in. Now, this is a bad throw by Trask. You'll see it from this angle. But he still makes a play on it. Now, again, that's a bad throw. But, if it's a little higher, maybe he's intercepting that or batting it down. But he still tips it. So stuff like that. Man coverage versus Kyle Pitts here in the middle. Now, he does make contact, but the ball's out at that point. Just kind of playing with good space. Waiting for the curl. He's there. Again, there is contact there. And as the ambulance comes by. Sorry, I had my mic muted for a second. Good space, closing up on him. Like, watch. Watches where this space between. While he closes in on him, but also not leaving himself vulnerable. Closing in. That break is here. Now, again, the ball's out at this point, so you're not going to call a penalty, but that could get called for a penalty. This one definitely could get called for a penalty, although, you know what? In college, you do get away with this, so maybe he's a little better at it, but... And it is, like, at 6 yards, but I still view this as kind of like defensive holding. But they don't call it, so at the end of the day, it's a good play. But this is against Kadarius Toney. And man coverage with the 2 safeties high. And he gets his hands on him, gets physical, and makes a play on the ball. We'll see it from the other angle. Again, did he get physical on that break? Yeah, but it was at 6 yards, So it's not like impossible to think he gets away with that at the NFL level, especially as a linebacker. Maybe a corner doesn't get away with it on the outside, but a linebacker playing versus the slot, yeah. And I don't think he in the NFL is going to be being matched up against Kadarius Toney either. Got him lined up here on this one, just playing man coverage on the reverse man. All this open field. This is a guy on a reverse. This is the guy they're trying to get in space and make a play. Tracks him down, makes a tackle. at the line of scrimmage. Lined up here. So we're going to see a good play doing similar versus similar route, and then a bad play. So you got the running back in the wheel route right here. You got Rice right here. Plays it over the top. Good speed to stay with the running back. Plays over. Now, they're going to run something very similar here. You got Rice here, the running back on the wheel route. And they get a huge play out of it. Now, this is where being aggressive can get you in trouble with Rice, is you've got this rub route. He plays underneath it. He plays underneath it, and that turns into a big play. But that's so coachable. It's just like, hey, play over the top on this. You know, and you got this corner who's playing like the deep third, so maybe there's some kind of miscommunication there. But regardless, like that's very coachable, regardless of who it was on. Okay, now we got Kadarius Toney coming on a sweep. The ball's coming out. You got Monty right here. That's Kadarius Toney. That's the human joystick. Tracks him, gets him down. Just showing, like, I just want to show off his tracking and his ability to close on a player. That's Kadarius Toney. Like I said, the human joystick. Monty Rice tracks him down. 7-yard tackle for a loss. Got him lined up right here. They're going to run a screen. Bam. Who tracks him down? Monty Rice does. Another 7-yard loss. Now I want to show him off as a blitzer. Now he's not like a, use pass rush moves on an offensive lineman and make him look silly. He is a time it right, get low and quick and loop around. So he times this, making these offensive linemen think, making this running back think, not knowing who to pick him up. Gets right through the linebacker, strip sack. Just play it from the top. Slow, bam, go. Quick, strip sack. And then, just like my friend Tay Crowder, gets a fumble return for a touchdown versus Tennessee. How about that? Got him lined up in the middle right here in front of the sky cam. But again, time it up. Keep tight around the edge. Bam, the ball's already out though on that one. Lined up right here on this one. Now this is an RPO. But let's say this is a run play. He sees this open gap, shoots it. Bam, he's there for a tackle for a loss if it gets handoff or he forces this running back out. But gets a nice hit on Trask. Times it up well. Right here. Another hit on the quarterback. Times it up. Stays tight. Bam, QB hit. So Monty Rice, I really like this player, and you could tell. I usually try to keep these breakdowns between 10 and 15 minutes. This one's hitting 20 minutes. I really like him. I love linebacker play. I think he's underrated. So if your team drafts Monty Rice and you see him on the big boards and you say, oh, wow, we reached for this guy. You didn't. You did not reach for this guy. I'm telling you, this guy is being underrated. So Monty Rice, good stuff. If you like the videos, check out the playlist of all the other draft breakdowns. See you on the next one. Bam.